It's Week 15 of the National Football League, where we'll get a look at this team's sure-handed tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. We're just moments away from the action, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there. We don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your...
We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. He stopped on the return of the 27. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try and run this, and he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play, and that'll be a first down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Now Hill dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
That's taken at the 15. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So they come on offense now, readying for their opening drive. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 28. Caught quickly on the slant. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They'll come up 1st and 10. Option give here. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And he drives this forward until they bring him down at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. And there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
He just throws this one away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Play action on 1st down. Hauled in left side. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Hill. Completed to Collins. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. So much to the chagrin of this crowd. That challenge flag is out, and they want to take another look. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. He smartly won't risk something here, just chucks it away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 42. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Back to throw, Hill. Finds him on the slant. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They go play action here. Finds a seam down the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 24 on that play. And it sets up 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone, instead stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Goes up and over for the touchdown. These guys go up 6-0 here in the 1st. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's a return from the 7. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's kept up the pace all season long. To the point, look, he's in the top 5 across the NFL in passing. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. Finds his man over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. A tight end in motion now. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. From the 48. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Handoff now from the gun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Nearly an interception on that play, and that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Throwing off the play fake here. That's completed right side. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll turn this into a solid gain down at the 14. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. More coming up after this quick break. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. The throw is caught, and he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal. Goal to go, it's a pass play. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys tie this game 7-7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. This offense making its way back out now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw, Hill. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Hill. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. Punting unit out now. And this will be his second effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Now a give on the counter. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll throw it. Into the hands of Pitts. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he gets them down to the 42. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. 2nd and 10 now. Pitts brings it in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
That's caught for the 1st. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Cut out left. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Digs there to bring it in. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They go play action on first. He's throwing deep to the left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Short pass brought in. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Hill to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt, and it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Dump off caught by his back.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Design bootleg here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a short gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. Man in motion out of the slot. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. So out now comes the punter. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. Now we're on the counter. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Sacramento. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throwing now from the gun. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Hill. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Back to throw, Hill. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing his Hill. Collins there to grab it. And they take him down right along the 30.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Caught by Collins on the slant. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Here's Hill now. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This 32 yards out on the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One final shot before halftime. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. We've arrived at the break, and what a second half we're in store for. It's tied at 10 after 2. As we'll kick you over now to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Ball is teed up, and we're off in quarter number 3. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Throw on 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most. And we had one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. They motion the tight end over. Hill. Hauled in left side. Space on the right. He's got room. He makes it in for the touchdown. These guys grab the lead on their first series of the half. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 38. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Simple dive up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
To the air, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now this offense ready to head back out. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hill. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. 2nd and 3 now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll throw it again. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's 2nd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
They'll send him up the middle. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. They find themselves trailing 20-13 after that score. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll give him a first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. To throw it on first down. It is caught left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 46. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings them to third down. Setting up a throw. That's caught for the first. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll give him a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives them the first. They just get the play off. This throw is cut. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. So we're through 3 here. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
He brings it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those.
And he's in for the touchdown. These guys now trailed by just a point in the 4th. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give him a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action on first. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And now they face 2nd down. Back to throw, Hill. Buys time, rolling right. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 18 yards there. And they'll have first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run here on first down. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Back-to-back carries here. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here's 2nd and 7. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 19. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They've got first down from the 31. Looking to the air here. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They are throwing it again. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be a first down. Plowing up the middle. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Pass play now. That's completed right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Our home team, 20.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Back out runs their offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Back to throw, Hill. They get to him and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's an incredible sack, Kate, from them that does more than just back them up a mile on second down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again following the sack. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Caught, nice gain left side. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 39. And it sets up first down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Another carry for him. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pit.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And he's tackled for a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Hand off to the back. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Cut out left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.